Hey guys, it's Sagar, and in this video, we are going to take a look at some of the best cases for the iPhone 15. I get a lot of cases in the mail, but I can't show each and every one of them in the video because that way the video will be too long. So to find the best ones which I could recommend to you guys, I make it a point to use each and every one of the case which I get in the mail for at least a couple of days. Now I have a separate video for the best cases for the iPhone 15 Pro, and in that one I have shown different cases than the ones we are seeing today. So if you have the iPhone 15 Pro or if you know someone who has it and you would like to gift them a case for their new phone, make sure to watch that video after you are done watching this one. If you like any of the cases in this video, links to purchase all of them will be in the description section. The new frosted glass back on the iPhone 15 makes it look very premium. In fact, it's a step closer to the Pro iPhones, and I've been wanting this finish on the back of the regular iPhones ever since I first saw it on the iPhone 11 Pro. Since I went with a light colored iPhone, this frosted back is also very good at hiding fingerprints and smudges. No matter how tough of a glass Apple says they have used in these new iPhones, it is still glass and it will shatter if it takes a big drop on a hard surface. If by some miracle the screen or the back doesn't shatter, the frame of the phone will definitely take a few noticeable scuffs and dents. I know you have spent a lot of money on your new iPhone 15 and I'm sure you would want to protect your investment. The easiest way to do that is put a good quality case on it. I have a lot of cases to show you, so let us start by looking at the thinnest ones first, and then we will move up towards the thicker or the more bulkier ones which provide more protection. And towards the end, I will tell you which amongst all of these are few of my absolute favorite cases. First up, I have this ultra thin case. It's a generic no brand case which I got from Amazon for just 299 rupees. It is available in a lot of colors, but since I have the green iPhone 15, I thought this green one would complement it very nicely. It is extremely thin, almost translucent, and it barely weighs more than a couple of feathers, which is perfect if you're looking to add minimal amount of bulk to your phone. I know a lot of people who don't like to put a case on their phone, as most of the cases add some amount of bulk and weight to their phone, but at the same time, they are also looking for some kind of protection to save their phone from everyday scratches, and this ultra thin case is perfect for them. Just so that we are clear, this case doesn't offer any kind of drop protection to your phone. It's only good for saving your phone's back and the aluminum frame from small scuffs and scratches that it might gather from everyday usage. Next, I have this another thin case which I again ordered from Amazon, but this one is made out of silicone, so it adds a bit more protection to your phone. I find it hard to believe, but at just 229 rupees, this is even more affordable than the previous ultra thin case, making it the cheapest case option of this video. Even at this price, it gets microfiber lining on the inside and a very nice lip at the front and back, so the display and the camera lenses always stay protected. The case fits your phone perfectly and the buttons feel really good, and all the ports get precise cutouts which perfectly align with the charging port and the speakers underneath. Now this and the previous case does not have the MagSafe magnets built in, but since they are so thin, you can use them with wireless chargers. I would however not suggest you to use any MagSafe accessories with them, as the fit is pretty loose since there are no magnets in these cases. Next up, we have one of my all-time favorite cases. This one is the MagEasy case from Pitaka. It is extremely thin and light, and it's actually made from multiple layers of aramid fibers. Now because this case is made from carbon fiber material, despite of being so thin and light, this one provides amazing drop protection for your phone. There is a very thin lip at the front, so the display is not as well protected as in some of the other cases, but there is a very pronounced one at the back, so your phone's camera lenses always stay protected. The corners of your phone are covered, but the buttons and ports and the top and bottom of the phone are left uncovered for easy access. Generally, I like to have all-round protection, but if all the sides of the phone were covered by this case, I think it would be impossible to take it off your phone. It fits your phone so well. Even without the top and bottom being covered, this case is designed in such a way that some part of the sides or corners will take the impact whenever the phone falls with this case on. So in case of any drop, the phone stays protected. Now although this case is so thin, Pitaka has somehow managed to put in some of the strongest magnets that I have seen inside the bag, so you can attach all sorts of MagSafe accessories to it. No matter which of these cases you are using, you should also be using a good quality tempered glass screen protector with your phone. There are a few cheap ones in the market which don't offer the best fit, clarity or oleophobic coating, so you might not want to cheap out on this. I would leave a link to a few good ones in the description section which I have personally tried and tested over the years. Now moving on to the silicone cases. These ones have a lot more padding compared to any of the thin cases that we saw, and they also provide all-round protection. These are Parallax series cases from Caseology. If you have seen any of my previous videos about best cases, you must know that I have been a fan of these cases since quite some time. I love the diamond or prism-like 3D structure at the back, and that combined with the ridges on the frame gives us an excellent grip. You can get it in multiple color options, and these cases provide all-round protection to your phone. All the sides are covered, there is a good lip at the front and back, and the buttons feel nice and tactile. These cases have MagSafe magnets built in, so if you have a MagSafe compatible charger, this case helps you align itself properly with the charging coils. and while the magnets inside this case are strong, I still don't recommend using a MagSafe accessory like this wallet with it. Since the back of this case has a 3D pattern, your MagSafe accessory might not completely attach with the magnets inside, resulting in a weaker fit. Let us move on to the leather cases. Now that Apple has stopped making leather cases, the demand for good ones from third-party case makers has skyrocketed. I got a lot of leather cases in the mail to check out, but these two stood out and felt like best of the bunch. This one is from a company called Mujo, and this is the Aspen series leather case from Anda. I have tried leather cases from both these companies before, and I can tell you that their leather lasts for a long time and ages really well. Both of these are genuine leather cases, so they have a nice fresh leather smell when you take them off the box, and they also get a very nice patina over time. Both of them have felt lining on the inside, metal buttons which make these cases feel even more premium, cover all the corners, have a good lip at the front and back, and they also have strong MagSafe magnets in the back, so you can attach all sorts of MagSafe accessories to them. The Anda's leather case has a metal lip at the back, so your phone's camera lenses have slight more protection when in this case. While both of them fit the phone perfectly and feel good and premium in the hand, I think I prefer the feel of the slightly smoother leather on the back of the Anda case. That being said, both of these are my recommendations if you are looking to get a good genuine leather case for your iPhone. Check out both the cases from the links in the description section and choose the one which fits your need and budget. Now we come to the transparent cases. Normally I start my videos with transparent cases because most of them are pretty thin. But most of the transparent cases which I have selected for this video come with a hard shell transparent bag and provide a ton of protection, and they are all so good that they actually come above the silicone and leather cases in terms of protection. The first transparent case in this list is the Skyfall series case from Caseology. Actually, this is the Skyfall series case that they make for the iPhone 14 and it fits the iPhone 15 perfectly. This case gets a hard transparent plastic bag and gets a rubberized material for its frame with a nice texture that helps you grip the phone better. Most of the transparent cases usually turn yellow, and the frame of the phone is generally the first place that this starts with. So using a different color and material for the frame actually takes care of this issue. I have had this case for over a year and used it on and off for over 3 months, and the back is showing no signs of yellowing, which should be reassuring. This one doesn't have MagSafe magnets built in. So again, it does allow wireless charging to pass through, but the strength of the MagSafe magnets inside the phone is not strong enough to pass through the case and hold any of the accessories securely. Next is this perfect clear case from Speck. This one again has a hard shell transparent back and a black frame, so yellowing should again not be an issue. But on this case, the back and the side frame feel very seamless, like they have been made out of same layers, which actually enhances the in-hand feel. Although it's a transparent case, there is an overall rubbery feel to the case, which means you get a very good grip and this case isn't slipping out of your hands. This case actually gets multi-layer protection, which makes it a bit thicker. It gets a very nice lip at the front and back. The buttons felt a bit rigid at the beginning, but they break in really well in just a couple of days. This case gets MagSafe magnets on its back, so you can use it with MagSafe compatible wireless charger and even attach various MagSafe accessories to it. Speck also has a proprietary click lock mechanism for their own MagSafe accessories. There is a small section on their case which actually aligns with the part that sticks out of their accessories, and this helps their accessories to hold on to their place much better. This is a nice little addition, but like I said before, you can use any of the other MagSafe accessories with this case as well. Then we have this transparent case from a company called Toras. They sent out these two cases and I like both, so I'm including both of them in the video. This transparent one has hard back and flexible sides, which makes it a bit easier to put it on and take it off your phone. The sides and corner of this case gets extra cushioning on the inside, so it absorbs the shock in case of an impact. The case feels good in the hand and it has a good lip to protect the display and camera lenses from touching any surface. Both these cases have MagSafe magnets, so you can attach all sorts of accessories to them. This one has a fork back and the bottom of the case and the sides are made out of a different rubberized material which is better at absorbing impacts. This one also has some extra cushioning on the inside to provide better shock absorption in case of an impact. But the best thing about this case is it gets a built-in kickstand at the bottom. This might not interest everyone, but it comes in very handy in a lot of situations. All these transparent cases help you show the back of your phone, but they all have the same one issue. They all gather and show a ton of fingerprints. So if you're like me, you will be spending a lot of time wiping them clean, especially if you have a black iPhone 15 inside these cases. Finally, we come to the toughest cases, or to the ones which provide the most amount of protection. Starting with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. This is a part of Spigen's teardown series cases. It's made up of TPU and polycarbonate, but it is very strong. All the sides are covered, corners get a lot of protection, and the buttons feel very good. I just love how this back looks. Now this is not the exact representation of the parts inside the iPhone 15, but it still looks cool in my opinion. It has pretty strong MagSafe magnets built in, and Spigen also has a whole set of MagSafe accessories which you can check out on their website. Next up is this rugged looking case from Speck. It is made out of two materials. The outer material has a rubber-like feel and it also has these grooves at the back which provide enhanced grip. It also gets these embossed ridges on the sides, so when you are holding this case, you know that it is definitely not slipping out of your hand. The inner material is slightly harder plastic and it also gets these air pockets on the inside of the frame. These air pockets help spread most of the shock from the impact evenly throughout the case, which in the end helps saving your phone. There is a very nice lip at the front and back. Despite of looking a bit bulky, surprisingly this case doesn't feel too thick or heavy once you have it on your phone. Again, this one gets a click lock slot at the back for the Speck's proprietary MagFit accessories. But don't worry, you don't have to buy their specific accessories. You can use any other MagFit accessories that you might have as well. Lastly, I have this quad lock case for the iPhone 15. If you don't know, quad lock is not just a case, it is actually a whole ecosystem. They have a ton of accessories which help you mount your iPhone to anything that you want. The case itself is fairly simple. It is made of thick rubberized plastic. It is great at absorbing shocks and keeping your phone safe in case of a drop. This is actually the most rugged case in our list, and it's actually the case used by many action or sports enthusiasts to keep their phone safe. As I mentioned earlier, quad lock has a whole bunch of accessories like this tripod mount which you can lock into the place thanks to this twist lock mechanism at the back, and now you can mount your phone to any tripod thread. There are a ton of different accessories and I suggest you guys check them out from the link in the description section. So those are all the cases which I had for you guys in this video. After having used all of the cases for a considerable amount of time, these 4 cases are the ones which I ended up using the most, so you can actually consider them to be my favorite ones of the bunch. With that, we come to the end of this list. Most of the cases that we saw provide a very good amount of protection, so which one do you go for actually depends on your needs, taste and style. Links to all of these cases are in the description section if you guys want to check them out or purchase for yourself. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for a lot more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.